Hey everybody, welcome to, I need to mute this. This is off to a great start. Welcome to what I think is the fourth episode of Supercoding Fun Time with me, Eugene. Today I have as a guest Professor Jay Foley from William Patterson State University of New Jersey. Jay, you want to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jay. Like Eugene, I'm a theoretical and computational chemist, and I like puzzles, but not that much. I mostly do them with my daughter, so this will be a challenge.
So I guess I did a poor introduction. So the point of this stream is to do fun coding projects that sometimes relate to quantum chemistry. I am a quantum chemist. I'm an associate professor of chemistry at Florida State University. And I just like solving puzzles like this. I also have a daughter. We do puzzles together. But it's fun to do more adult puzzles every once in a while.
It is. And I'm an associate professor of chemistry too. Last time I joined you, I was an assistant professor.
Oh, congratulations on your promotion, Jay.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Well, okay. So today we're going to do some coding problems from coding puzzle project called Advent of Code, which is on the screen behind me, that rolls around, I don't know, every Advent. And every day there's a different puzzle to do, and you can do them in using, any programming language you want. And yeah, we're just going to go back and forth solving these puzzles until we get sick of doing it. And who knows?
And I'm going to see
there
if
might
I
be
can,
some video.
I still am sorry to mess up the stream again, but I don't see you.
I think you should only be able to see me through Twitch.
Okay. Awesome.
So there's no one listening, but if anyone cares, this is a very janky setup. I'm on a Linux box using OBS, so it's probably going to crash at some point. And Jay is beamed to me via Zoom. So his video and audio is on Zoom, and he's going to share his screen with us using Discord. But first, I forgot we need to log into this thing, so I guess I'll click log in. Log in using I think I used GitHub last time. Yeah, sure. Authorize Topaz. Okay, I'm logged in. Jay, are you ready to share your screen? Or are you logged into?
Oh, good. We're okay. Yeah, I'm ready to share my screen.
So wait a second. I just realized this is no good because if we alternate, we're not going to be able to move on to the next puzzle. So one of us needs to solve all of these, or at least one of us needs to enter in all of the answers. How about that?
Okay.
Well, we both can enter in the answers.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
That'll be fine. Okay, so you're logged in?
I'm logged in.
All right, you ready to share your screen?
Yeah, and I'm going to share through Discord, right?
Yeah. So Jay, are you done teaching for the semester?
I am.
Did you share?
I think I did.
Okay, so now I have to move this.
Now that we've heard the sharing sounds a few times.
So wait, you've shared, but I can just see the Discord thing. So minimize that and.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's the first problem. And
can you put it on the screen?
I think it's on the screen.
All I see is some weird. This is great. Thanks for visiting, everybody. All I see is some weird background. There's some blurred. There's a blurred out stripe with some orange and white.
It should be up now.
Nope.
No. Oh, this is so weird.
Okay, I'll put up the puzzle while you figure this out. Okay, day one. Sonar sweep. You're minding your own business on a ship at sea when the overboard alarm goes off. You rush to see if you can help. Apparently, one of the elves tripped and accidentally sent the sleigh keys flying into the ocean. Before you know it, you're inside a submarine. The elves keep ready for situations like this. It's covered in Christmas lights, because of course it is. And it even has an experimental antenna that should be able to track the keys if you can boost its signal strength high enough. There's a little meter that indicates the antenna's signal strength by displaying 0 to 50 stars. All your instincts... Oh, is this all your instincts tell you that in order to save Christmas, you'll need to get all 50 stars by December 25th. Collect stars while solving puzzles. So I guess these are just the instructions. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the Advent calendar. The second, oh boy, so we have 44 puzzles we can go through.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we? Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck. As the submarine drops below the surface, blah, blah, blah. Okay, for example, I guess I should read this one. As the submarine drops below the surface of the ocean, it automatically performs a sonar sweep of the nearby seafloor. On a small screen, the sonar sweep report, your puzzle input, appears. Each line is a measurement of the seafloor depth as the sweep looks further and further away from the submarine. For example, suppose you had the following report. All those numbers. This report indicates scanning outward from the submarine, the sonar sweep found depths of those numbers. First order of business is to figure out how quickly the depth increases, just so you know what you're dealing with. You never know if the keys will get carried into deeper water by an ocean current or fish or something. Count the number of times a depth measurement increases from the previous measurement. That seems easy enough. There's no measurement before the first measurement. In the example above, the changes are as follows. I think that makes sense. 200 is bigger than 199. I understand that logic. In this example, there are 7 measurements that are larger than previous measurements. How many measurements are larger than the previous measurement? To begin, get your input puzzle. Do you have your puzzle, Jay? So you click on that. Oh my gosh, it's a giant thing. I guess I can click to save to text file or something like that. I don't know. It's your problem because this is your puzzle. Are you ready to share your screen now?
I'm not sure.
It still looks like... Can you look at Twitch? Can you see what your screen looks like?
I can look at Twitch on my phone.
So all I see is your Discord.
Okay, let me...
And everybody now knows that I like electrons. Thanks a lot.
Turn off camera, disconnect, unmute, stop
I guess I
streaming.
can turn off my camera. I mean, I can see your screen, so I just don't understand why I can't see whatever else you were...
How about now?
Yes, beautiful.
Okay, great. So that's got my window. And now I need to find my Advent window. Okay, great. So I'm looking for the link. Where do you get this? Where do you get this data?
Oh boy. Okay, so I'll put mine back up. It says to begin, get your input puzzle, and get your input puzzle is a hyperlink. So you have to click on that.
Oh.
Okay, if you just joined us, we are 2 chemistry professors who can't figure out how to open a text file. All right, do you want me to just go first?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm like searching for to begin.
Wow, this is a giant file, so I regret just trying to copy it. How do you download a file? Save link as.
Oh, I have to identify myself. Maybe that's why. Advent authorized.
You need to log in by some... Can you share your screen yet? Have you been able to do that?
I think so. I think I see the problem. Sponsor join code.
How in the world do I download this as a text file? Somebody in the chat, please, for the love of God, help me. Save link as. That's not it. Save link as. Sure, save. Okie dokie. So let me get a terminal. Save link as. I did it! Okay, I've got it.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to do this first. So let's see. Let me make my... much bigger. And I will go to Supercoding Fun Time, Advent of Code.
While you're doing this, maybe I should get Twitch up so I can watch, because this watching on my phone is not really good deal.
Thank you for the tips from the chat for old people. Okay. Move, tilde / downloads, input. What? For some reason it's in a directory called Adeline. Okay, I am a dinosaur, so I'm going to do C. And nobody's going to, don't worry, I'll copy this file over every time so I don't have to do this all a million times.
Welcome to the chat room. Okay, I'm monitoring the chat now.
Okay, great.
Feeling much more useful.
Okay, so do a little check to make sure I have the right number of inputs. This is annoying stuff. Poggers, indeed.
Hey, Oliver. What's going on?
Okay. What do I want to do? I want to read this file. And okay, so I have a do loop to loop over all the elements of this file. And I think it's all integers, and I want to dump that into number. And I want to know, what's the key here? I want to know whenever the number increases.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no. I don't know. I don't think it'll be bigger than that. Okay, so then if num is greater than old num, who's out? Is that Oliver the Oliver?
Mm-hmm.
Is that one of your students?
That's one of my students, yeah. He was on the last Twitch too that I joined you for. Maybe he's on every Twitch, I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Now, I wasn't prepared to be the first one going, so now I gotta make my screen nice and pretty for multiple windows being up. Jay, are you done with classes?
I am done with classes. How about you?
Oh yeah, we submitted grades, I don't know, more than a week ago.
Yeah. We submitted grades about a week ago.
And then I am on sabbatical next semester, so I don't have to teach until fall of 2022, which is pretty exciting.
Awesome.
What have I done? FP is not a thing?
Is Omicron going to ruin all of your sabbatical plans?
I don't know. So I'm going to use Kavli Institute for theoretical physics. It's in Santa Barbara. And they haven't sent us any messages saying anything's canceled. But they've said they may limit number of people who can gather.
Okay.
And I have to provide proof of COVID vaccination, obviously. And then they also are providing antigen tests to us that we're supposed to take as soon as we get there.
Nice.
And that's not an integer. Okay, so that's a problem too. I'm going to exceed 2 billion probably by accident. 0. I don't think the answer to this puzzle is 0. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, so this should be, make it a negative number, and I'll print count minus 1. And num needs to become, old num needs to become num. It's really not a lot of fun to do this on the fly. I'm realizing. 1496. You think that's right?
I don't know. That's a great question.
That's not the right answer. My answer is too low. What in the world? What have I done wrong? Okay, 1497. Maybe I shouldn't have subtracted 1. We have to wait 46 seconds. What do you want to talk about?
I'm trying to get ahead of things this time, and I've already got the input for challenge 2. So
Okay, so you're ready to go. What did I do something wrong here? Let's read the challenge again because every time the number goes up, I should count. So every time the new number I read is bigger than old number, I should count. That's what this does. So let's see, I read the first line. If that number is bigger than the old number, I increase, and then I update my number. Otherwise, I keep reading. And I should print count -1 because the first one is automatically going to be bigger than that one. Okay. Why did it print 0? Oh, that's the last one in the file. It read one extra time, I mean. All right, let's just try 1497. That's not the right answer. My answer is too low. What have I done wrong, Jay? All right, we're going to try with this list. Oops, I hate Control-C versus Control-Shift-C. Yes! Thank you, Karina Lighttime, for the follow. So I have my test input. It says 5. It increases 5 times. So it should have increased once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Oh, it's between sequential ones. Okay, that was the problem. I did globally. Okay. So old num should be num every single time. Do you understand? Do you understand, Jay?
No, I don't. I'm not paying attention.
Okay, 7. That's the right number. All right. Did you ever do Project Euler?
Yes, I did.
So there's another site like this. Hey, you don't need to know anything about coding. Oh, I don't know anything. But attempt to absorb while I struggle to sleep. Thanks. We're having a great time, a better time, knowing that we're helping you go to sleep. Okay. 1754. Do you think I'll be allowed to enter this, or have we not waited long enough? That's right. All right. So you can enter 1754. Yes?
Yeah, I'll enter 1754.
All right. Now you can go if you can manage to share your screen.
Okay, let's.
So on your screen, I can see you. That's something.
Great. That's not the right answer. This answer is too high. Curiously.
Oh, yours is different. Okay.
That's okay. I don't need it to go on to day 2.
You mean part 2 of day 1?
I just see. I just see day 2. It's called dive.
Jay, can you please figure out how to share your screen correctly?
I thought I was.
Look at Twitch. It's your face.
Okay. Screen.
I mean, I like your big face.
Stop streaming. Try again.
Yay face.
How about this one? Go.
So this is super embarrassing because Jay and I are both theoretical chemists or computational chemists. So our job is writing and executing complicated codes to model electrons in molecules and materials. And yet you look like a cat looking into the camera.
Now it's going to work.
I have faith. I mean, I can just play some video games or something while...
I don't understand what's going on my...
Can you just share your entire screen rather than... I feel like you're trying to share an app or something.
No, that's what I have tried. But share my screen. Yeah. Entire screen. Maybe that will work.
It's still just your face.
It's showing live has got my
I mean, actually, you know what? This could be my fault.
okay.
No, I think
I want to believe that it's your fault.
share your screen again.
Okay. Let me stop. Okay. Share my screen.
Ask a Scientist
Screen.
Gaming.
Entire screen. Streaming channel. I like electrons.
That's the one.
Resolution.
I guess I'll mute my video since I don't need to waste that.
Doesn't matter, right? Okay, now I see live my screen.
You were able to do this before. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, it's on Twitch now. It's all good.
No, that's mine. This is my screen.
This is absurd.
The great news is we've got 15 viewers watching this. Welcome, everybody, while Jay tries to figure out how to share his screen on Discord. As I mentioned when there was only one person... Oh, man, we just dropped 5 viewers. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is a janky setup where I'm on a Linux box using OBS, where we're both trying to share Discords. I'm not trying to share anything. I'm just waiting for Jay to share his screen.
What do you think would happen if I shared through Zoom?
You can't do that because that'll mess up where I have your face.
Okay. How about let me close? Can I disconnect from Discord and reconnect?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And while you do this, I'm just going to do the next one. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay. Continue to part 2. Just send your monitor over the post. Jay, if you know what that means, you can do that. Okay. Oops. So you've logged back in to Discord, and you need to mute.
Yes.
Thank you, Anonymous Lobster. I don't know what that means because I don't know anything about Discord. Please don't stop watching. Okay. I'm going to keep doing part 2.
Okay.
Well, please, for the love of God, figure out how to share your screen. Considering every single measurement isn't as useful as you expected, there's just too much noise in the data. Instead, consider sums of a 3-measurement sliding window. Again, consider the example above. Send it over the mail. Oh, the post! Okay, I thought you were like, post to the internet. I understand. Sorry, divided by a common language. This is rough. Man, you guys are British. You must really not be able to sleep. Let's see. Has Jay figured it out yet? No. Jay, this is what I'm seeing. Do you see?
No, I don't even see that. Oh.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep trying to figure out what this puzzle means. So I have a 3-measurement sliding window. I have the example from above. And now I guess these are 3 measurements, and then the window slides, whatever that means. A, B, A, B, C. B, C, D. And then, okay, it's circular, I guess. It only has 5 elements in it. By comparing the first and second 3 measurement windows, the measurements in the first window is marked as, yes? Okay, the sum of the A's in the first window is that. The sum of the B's is that. Sum of the measurements in the second window is larger than the sum of the first, so the first comparison is increased. The goal is to count the number of times the sum measurements in the sliding window increases from the previous sum. So compare A with B, then B with C, then C with D, and so on. Stop when there aren't enough measurements left to create a new 3-measurement sum. Okay, so at the end of the file. Okay. So I need 3 different sums. That works. So instead of old num, I'll have old A, old B, old C. And I need to know how many I have. Okay, let's try standard vectors so I can know how many I have. Okay, so is it even possible for the person who's not the host to share their screen on Discord? Yeah, we did this. No. The Discord is separate from OBS. I'm just sharing his image and the screen because it's on my right monitor. And we tried this earlier today, and it worked like a dream.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's something that I've done wrong, so let's check me again. Well, you were able to share your screen before, right? What were we looking at?
Earlier today, right?
No, like earlier in this stream.
I don't know.
I can share my screen, but I don't want to. Can you share any component of your screen? When I click share screen, oh, it just does it by program.
Go live.
Foley is sharing their screen. Why don't I see their screen though?
Let's try this.
Am I doing something wrong here?
I keep telling them the. Okay, let me share my Zoom.
Okay.
So that it looks very distinct, right?
I mean, it's gonna mess up. It's gonna mess up where your face is if you share your Zoom.
No. I'm just sharing my Zoom screen through Discord because you had a whole window of like things that could be broadcast, right?
It was everything I'm running, I think.
It's a good thing I brought some wine.
Some wine?
Mm-hmm. The only other thing I can think. Maybe I'll try to join on a different computer.
Okay, so if I have these three lists, as I'm going through, okay. So if my list of A's is less than 3, I keep adding to it. If the list of B's is less than 3 and that's way too complicated for... Thanks for the suggestion. Facebook Messenger. You know, I found that the number of emails I get from Facebook is inversely proportional to the amount of time I spend on it. I get an email from Facebook like every 3 seconds.
Yes.
All right, so I make a list of A's and I add to it until I have 3 of them. I make a list of B's and I add to it until I have 3 of them. Yeah, but I would have to remember my Facebook password for any of this to work.
Open.
And I only add to the list of B's when I have at least 1 A. No, that's not true.
Email or phone number. Welcome back. Wow.
So anybody who's here, you're going to see me go through the logic process to do something that's probably really simple in the most convoluted way possible. What did we say? We were going to get through 10 or so of these in 3 hours, and we've made it 30 minutes, and we've made it through a half of one. So I'm looking at your screen. I still don't see anything.
I'm trying to log in with something else.
Okay.
That's the best I can do at this point.
Can you tell us a funny story while we're waiting?
Um,
Oh, yeah. Do you want to try Google?
Google?
Yeah.
You mean Googling?
Meet.google.com.
Oh, yeah, sure. Instead of Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Can you, like, I don't even know. You could send, I'm logged into Slack. You could send me a
Yeah, sure thing. Okay.
meeting code or something there.
Yeah, okay.
That's a great suggestion. Thank you. Okay. So I guess I could do this with 0, 1, 2.
Boom, boom, boom.
3. So if I mod the line number I'm on, every third one, I should start over A. So if it's 0, 0 mod 3 is 0, and I should start a new list. And then I get to 4, and I should start a new list of A's. I think that's how I'm going to do this. How do you reset standard vector? Do you remember? Anybody in the chat remember how to do that? Clear?
Sounds right.
Okay. And I'll do the same thing for the list of B's and C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6YY. So if entry number -1 mod 3 or entry number -2 mod 3 is 0. Okay, Anonymous Lobster lives for convoluted code. Okay, so I think this should give me my lists in a similar way. And so whenever a list terminates, I think I want to count their sum. I could just read through the file 3 times too. Maybe that would be, no, that won't be good. Okay, and if A is the full amount, before clearing it, I should check the sum. This is so stupid. So I need to get each of these sums. I'll make them a giant negative number. And every time the list is full, I should check it. Sum A equals wow, this is really good. And I need to do that whenever B gets full and whenever C gets full. Jay, I really need you to do one of these puzzles so I don't feel like an idiot.
Okay.
Oh, no. Okay, and then whenever I count up a sum, I should check if sum C is greater than, let's see, if sum A is greater than last sum, count gets incremented and last sum should be equal to, no, that's it. No, and last sum should be equal to, that should happen anytime I terminate this thing. Okay, stop. So anytime I terminate a list, I need to count everything in the list first. I need to count everything in the list. I need to say that the last sum, I need to check if that sum is bigger than the last sum. If it is, I increase this thing. And then I need to reassign the last sum to be sum A, regardless of whether or not sum A is greater than last sum. Okay, and now 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do that for B and C. And I'm not even going to check any logic. I'm just going to see if this works. Ha! Old num. What's old num? Oh, that's my old logic. Old C was not declared in this scope. How is it not declared? It's right there. I probably messed something else up. Let's go to the top. Vector is not a member of standard. Where does vector come from? String? I don't even remember. Anybody in the chat know where vector comes from? What? Sure. Okay, that got rid of most of it. Last sum. Did you send me a meeting yet?
I did.
Segfault. Okay, it's in Slack. I'm clicking on it. I don't want you to use my camera phone or camera or microphone, and I'm joining.
Awesome. Great.
So now,
Admit.
I think everyone. Oh.
Muted.
Yes. And now Twitch can see your face from Google Meet.
Great. Your entire screen. Share.
Oh my gosh.
Is it going to work?
Edusta, you are the greatest human being ever. Okay, well, I'm going to finish doing this one, and then you can go next, okay?
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, Google Meet, you go away. I guess I can log out of Discord. Discord, you go away. Okay, I got a seg fault.
You're presenting to everyone. Please stop telling me that. see what's happening on Twitch.
If entry number mod 3 equals 0 and entry and old. Wait. I have this backwards. If entry number mod 3 is not 0, then I should do all those other things. No. I should push back. I should push back every time. Oh, how the heck? What am I doing wrong? Okay. So when it's 0, I need to reset, and I also need to push back. So I have this backwards. So when it's 0, I come up with the sum and push back. If it's not 0, I just push back. And that means this is all backwards. This is wrong. I know it's wrong. No one in the chat's going to tell me it's wrong, but I know it's wrong. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 70D.
Still hanging out.
Okay. So I also need to check that the length of sum is greater than 0.
I'm just gonna make up a. I don't know what to do. I've totally forgotten what my Twitch login is anyway. Let's see.
Why do you need to log into Twitch?
I just figured I would make sure that I can see what's going on. You know.
Oh, so that's part of the problem. You couldn't see.
Yeah, I had it on my phone.
Who wants to bet whether or not this is going to work? Someone in the chat. I can't believe 8 people are watching us. I hope this is entertaining to you. Or I hope it's helping put you to sleep.
Okay.
What? Request for size. Oh, some. It's not. It should be old. God, I'm so stupid. This is hard to do with an audience.
Sure is. Okay.
I can't wait till it's your turn now. Okay, I got a number, and it's exactly the same number I had before. Let's try it. Who knows? Oof, my answer is too low. Please wait 1 minute before trying again.
Oh no.
Who's still hanging out? A whole bunch of people. Refractions, Plastic Pulse.
That's me, by the way.
That's who?
That's me.
Oh. Well, it's nice to talk to you, Jay.
So if this is a random question, but I started thinking about 90s one-hit wonders because the song Shimmer by Fuel came up on a TikTok feed I was watching yesterday. And that's like, I think one of the best. So Fuel is not a one-hit wonder band, but I often forget that they had more than one hit. But
don't we all?
Don't we all? But would you like to wager a guess for or offer your opinion for the top one-hit wonder of like 90s alt rock?
top one-hit wonder of 90s alt rock?
Pitchfork has an answer.
Okay, what's the answer? I have no idea. Anybody from chat have a guess for the answer?
Yeah, let's put it out first. Okay.
I'm too young for this discussion. I'm too old. I don't remember the 90s. Cheers.
I think I'm too young. So, I'll let it simmer for a minute. Should I share can I share my screen now? And
yeah, sure, we can test. I would like to finish the one I was doing, but yeah.
Oh, sure, go for it. Okay.
Oh, what do you want to do? Wait.
No, go for it. Finish.
Did you finish day 1 already?
No.
Do you have to do day 1 to get to work on day 2?
Nope.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So we can still alternate. It looks like we're going to finish 3 full days in 3 hours. Can you help me figure out what's wrong with this logic here for this puzzle?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to have to go back to the beginning, though, because I don't even remember the puzzle.
Okay, so I'm looking at it. If you're looking at Twitch, I know it's like a 5-second lag. You can't. Oh, shoot. Okay. I need to have OBS up because it's... Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it.
I can kind of see it. The stripes of...
Yeah, so I need to add these lists, come up with these lists, and then the sum of these guys... It used to be, I check if 200 is greater than 199, but now I check, is the sum of these 3 greater than the sum of these 3?
The sum of the
sum of the B's, is it greater than the sum of the A's? And then is the sum of the C's greater than the sum of the B's? And so forth.
And what's the B worth? Do you convert this to...
They're just integers. So there's a list called A that contains 199, 200, 208. And then there's a list called B that contains 200, 208, 210.
Oh.
And so you take those sums, the difference in those sums, if those sums increased, then you tick up your counter. So I have standard vectors are to contain my lists. And that's the problem. Entry number never ticked up. Well, that's a problem. So I was checking every third entry number, I would do something.
I'm going to put on the top one-hit wonder.
Spoiler alert from the chat. I got a new answer. Shall we see if this is correct?
Yeah.
My answer's too high. All right, it's between 17... I'm writing this down. I've got my daughter's tablet here to write down things. So it's between 1754 and 1791. Do you have one of these, Jay?
No.
They're really cool.
Oh, that is
you ready?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Where did it go?
Technology. I have no idea how this thing works.
You all recognize this song? Is anybody old enough to know this song?
Turn it up. Oh, wait. We can't... There's like Twitch rules on...
Oh, no.
You're going to get me banned from Twitch.
Oh, no. Yeah, I can't play licensed music.
Correct. You can make up some music and play it. I have a glockenspiel.
Oh,
and I can play the Mr. Plow song from The Simpsons on it. But it's out of tune, so it makes me angry every time I play it. Okay.
What, that song makes you...
That's
a really complicated episode. We learn a lot about what kind of loyalty Barney really has as a friend.
You tried to make fun of me once for not knowing Ronstadt.
I know that episode so well. That was an episode that we recorded on VHS, and I watched it. I don't even know how many times I've watched that episode. It's a fantastic episode.
Oh, so I guess I should do this on the test again. And I count 7 again. But in the example, it's only 5. Oops. Okay, so maybe every time this happens, every time I count, I'm going to print. and maybe we can figure out what's going on. So wait, what was the answer? Some Space Hog song?
Yeah.
I know one Space Hog song. Is it that one?
Yeah, it's that one. I think I literally woke up to that song like over 100 times when did that song even come out? I'm going to say that song came out in like 94.
I remember staying up super late to watch them on David Letterman or something like that. And I was super excited. And then they weren't, like, it's not worth staying up to watch. And here we are.
Yeah, they formed in 94. In the meantime, it was released in 95. So yeah, that would have been like 4th or 5th grade. And I feel like I heard that song basically every morning for like a year. Because I would set my radio alarm, as I'm sure you did too. Does anybody out here remember radio alarms?
Radio alarms? Yeah. And I remember the channel was never set quite correctly. And the crackling would terrify me.
I think like you're technically part of the alarm of the radio system, right? Like depending on where you were in bed.
Is this
a better or worse reception?
A cubit entangled with a tardigrade? Is that what you're describing to me? For anybody who's not familiar with the latest and greatest papers on quantum computing, there's recently a paper that claims to establish some quantum mechanical entanglement between a tardigrade, which is those water bear things that a lot of people probably don't think they know what they are, but that you know what they are. It's these little microscopic organisms that look like a cute, fluffy bear, and they can live in space. They're like super hardy creatures. And these people claim to entangle a qubit, which is a quantum mechanical system, with this living organism. And then, like, quantum information science Twitter was in a tizzy about it.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Link in the chat.
For all those interested. Okay, so this one I counted 199. Why did it count 199? So the first one here is 607. So that's like the third one that I picked. You know what? I'm just going to tick this down by one more. I bet that's the right answer. 1 gold star. I think I just was starting my lists at the wrong time. Okay, Jay, it's your turn. Would you like to do day 2's puzzle?
Yeah.
That took me 53 minutes. Hold on, let's see the leaderboard. You can see how long it takes people to do these things. The first, Tanner Hoke. Good for you, pal. You did that in 1 minute, 7 seconds. That took me 53 minutes. I'm not on the leaderboard for day 1, that's for sure. 100 people did this in less than 3 minutes. That is insane.
Look at how many AOC pluses there are.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm guessing that's a mashup of AOC and C++.
Oh, Advent of Code supporter.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. Okay, it's your turn, Jay.
That makes a lot more sense than my...
All right, if you're just now joining us, Jay and I are chemistry professors. I'm at Florida State University. Jay's at William Patterson University. And we are theoretical chemists by training, and we do a lot of programming to model things. And we're struggling to do Advent of Code. Took me 53 minutes to do day 1. Now we're going to laugh at Jay while he struggles to do day 2.
That's right.
But it's not a race. And that's annoying. How do I get rid of your face? Can I make this whole screen? Can I make this go away? Well, Jay, you have 2 faces. I guess I can just move it.
Okay. So day 2, dive. Now you need to figure out how to pilot this thing. It seems like your submarine can take a series of commands like forward 1, down 2, or up 3. Forward X will increase the horizontal position by X units. Down X increases the depth by X units. And up X decreases the depth by X units. Since you're in a submarine, down has the effect on your down and up affect your depth, and they have the opposite result of what you might expect. Meaning, I think down is positive, up is negative. I think that's what they mean by that statement. The submarine seems to already have planned a course, which is your puzzle input. You should probably figure out where it's going. For example, forward 5, down 5, forward 8, up 3, down 8, forward 2. So we start at 0. So the steps above would then modify them as follows. Forward 5 adds 5 to your horizontal position, a total of 5. Down 5 adds 5 to your depth, resulting in a value of 5. Forward 8 adds to your horizontal position, a total of 13. Up 3 increases your depth by 3, resulting in a value of 2. Down 8 adds 8 to your depth, resulting in a value of 10. Forward 2 adds 2 to your horizontal, a value of 15. After following these instructions, you would have a horizontal position of 15 and a depth of 10. Multiplying these together would produce 150. So then what we're supposed to do is calculate the horizontal position and depth you would have after following the planned course. What do you get if you multiply your final horizontal position by your final depth? So we're going to get our puzzle input. I spent a lot of silent time getting that puzzle input, by the way, Eugene. So here it is right here.
You want to know something? You want to know something fun? I think this was a puzzle last year, or very similar to one. So I probably have the code to solve it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But that won't help us.
That will help us.
I don't think it will.
So I'm going to do this in a Jupyter notebook. So I have the instructions saved in challenge2.txt, and I'm going to read everything. It's mixed data. I've got strings and ints, so I'm going to read everything as a string. And I'm going to call the directions. So I'll say directions.
What's pandas?
Oh, pandas is another library for reading and manipulating data, which I don't need. So let me delete that statement. I'm just going to use NumPy, I think. So I'll call directions, loaded data. I'm going to get the first column, because that's the forward, down, etc. And then what should I call the next one? I guess magnitudes. Is the second column. And I think I want to do an int on that. And so let's just make sure print directions. Whoops. Only, okay. Let's do like this. Okay, magnitudes equals load data. And for mag and magnitude,
Okay, so I was trying to do something while you were reading the instructions. All you have to do is keep track of forward versus what are there, just 3 choices? Forward, down, and up. Do you just have to keep track of your depth with down and up and forward?
Yeah.
It seems easy enough.
Seems easy enough. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, so let me go back to the instructions. I think I want horizontal position and depth. Okay, so we'll do horizontal position equals 0, and depth equals 0. And I think I'm just going to loop through directions for nope, I can't do dir for direct in directions if direct equals, what are my choices? Forward, I know this is not the nice way to do things, but I'm just going to do it this way.
I feel like you're going to do this a lot faster than 53 minutes. But you're already at 8 minutes.
Okay.
If you count all the time we lollygagged. Which I will. Which I will.
Yes. If directions I equals forward, then I'm going to do horizontal position plus equals mag int I with directions I equals what do we call backwards? Is there a backwards?
Oh, it's up and down. It's up, down, and forward.
There's no backwards?
Not in this part of the puzzle, no.
Ooh.
I mean, not in the sample.
No, you're right. You're right. Okay, great. So elif directions equals down, depth plus equals mag int I L else, there's no other things, depth minus equals mag int I. Okay, and we'll print horizontal position. I'll give the label. Depth and print. Horizontal depth.
It's a very detailed print statement. I don't think I printed any words in the last one. Not the right way to do things.
I don't like the fact that I'm printing out these comments. Okay, 18.7. Well, there's a number.
It's a big one.
That's a big one. Let's see what happens.
I can't believe Advent of Code called us out on cheating when you put in my answer. Wow!
Hey, that's right.
Well done, Jay.
Okay, part 2. Should I go ahead and do part 2? I guess I should, right? So you did day 1, part 1 and 2.
Yes, that was not my intention.
Okay.
But we had some technical difficulties.
We did. Okay, based on your calculations, the planned course doesn't seem to make any sense. You find the submarine manual and discover that the process is actually slightly more complicated. In addition to horizontal position and depth, you also need to track a third value, aim, which also starts at 0. The commands also mean something entirely different than you first thought. Down X increases your aim by X units. Up X decreases your aim by X units. Forward X does two things. It increases your horizontal position by X units. It increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. Ooh. Okay. Using this new interpretation of the commands, I'm assuming that the same planned course is the one, so I'm not going to...
Yeah, I think your input stays the same.
Okay. So it sounds like, all right, let me just read this one more time. Down, X increases your aim by X units. And just... Oh, okay. By your aim multiplied by X. Okay. So I'm just gonna, let's see, new block here. Horizontal position 0, depth 0, aim equals 0. And so down and up only change the aim. So that does that. And what does forward do again? Forward does two things. It increases your horizontal position by X units. It increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. Okay. So, and then depth equals increases. It increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. Okay. And do I need to do anything else? Do I need to multiply these things together? What do you get if you multiply your final horizontal position by your final depth?
The answer.
Okay. Okay. This is a big number.
It was a big number before. Oh, but that's a really big number.
Yay!
What?
Okay.
That was pretty good.
That was too easy.
All right. So does that mean I get a hard one? Okay. All right. So I guess I'll get rid of Google Meet for a second. And I need to readjust the screen because I'd messed with it. That was a mistake. I messed with it to accommodate the weirdness of the Google Meet window. Okay, that wasn't too hard. And I need Advent of Code back over here. There we are. Okay, so I want day 3, I guess. Day 3.
Users in chat.
Hmm?
What happened to Oliver? Where's Oliver?
He must have left. Which one was Oliver?
He was Oliver the Olive, I think.
Ah. Okay. Day 3. Submarine has been making creaking noises. Diagnostic report. A list of binary numbers. Oh boy.
Oh.
When decoded properly, can tell you many useful things about the conditions of the submarine. First, man, I wish I used Python. This is going to be awful. Can tell you many useful things about the conditions of the submarine. The first parameter is the power consumption. You need to use the binary numbers in the diagnostic report to generate two new binary numbers called the gamma and epsilon rates. Power consumption can then be found by multiplying gamma rate by the epsilon rate. Each bit in the gamma rate can be determined by finding the most common bit in this corresponding position of all numbers in the diagnostic report. For example, given the following diagnostic report, considering only the first bit, there are 5 zeros and 7 ones. Why is mine 8 times more complicated than yours? Since the most common bit is 1, the first bit of the gamma rate is 1. The most common second bit is 0. Most common third, fourth, and fifth are those. So the final 3 bits are that. So the gamma rate is the binary number blah or 22. Epsilon's calculated in a similar way. It's the least common bit. Okay? So it's just the inverse of that. Multiplying 22 by 9 is 198. Use binary numbers in my report to calculate the gamma rate and the epsilon rate. Okay? I'm going to start this with this easy test. And do I try to do this in C or do I struggle through Python?
Struggle through Python.
I don't even know how to read an input file in Python.
Oh, I can show you. Look at my screen.
I can't see it anymore.
I'm gonna Slack it to you.
That's cheating, Jay. No, I'm gonna struggle through C.
Okay. You do that. I'm still trying to understand how this puzzle works.
So I have to read in these numbers and check in the first place, are there more zeros or ones? And so forth.
The first place meaning column 1 or column 0, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. So
and then let's see, get my puzzle input. How many digits? Oh, and there's a 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 digits in that. Okay, I can deal with this. There's 5 in this one. I'm going to do this in a really simplistic way. Okay, so I am going to have a standard vector of I don't know. Do you want to make them car stars?
car stars. Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Okay.
What is the deal with binary anyway? Like, why are people, who actually uses binary?
Computers? It's a great question, Jay.
Hey kid, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading.
I don't get your reference, but I like the voice you're doing.
It's these parody G.I. Joe public service announcements.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Help computer.
Okay, so I'm gonna just make this stupid list, and then I know in the test there's only 5 characters.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then
I bet there's like a super easy way to do this if you actually like, since the epsilon is just the complement. It's like, I don't want to say the complement, but it seems to be like somehow the complement of the gamma rate.
Can I do A2I on just an element of a car star? Can I do A2I on a character?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if more than half of them are... This is so stupid. This isn't going to work. If more than half of them are ones, then... so I has most common... No. Yeah, I has most common... one. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's do it anyway. Day 32.
Do it live.
Where? Oh, I don't have a string. I called it list. Oh, line. What did I call it? List of Ji. Okay. How do you convert? How do you convert? An integer character to 1 or 0. Anybody in chat know how to do that? Okay, I can create a junky.
I'm looking at Stack Overflow right now.
This, are we looking at the same one?
Maybe.
Okay, let's try that. Boop. That's fun. So now, what is line? I want to read in line. Oh, I shouldn't have an ampersand. Oh my god. Okay, what was the right answer? So the most common was 1, 2, 3. All right, so this simple counting isn't correct. I like doing things in the least smart way. Okay, let's try that. Hi there. Num. Any ideas, Jay? Hi there, 10. Why is it 10? Why are these... Why is junk this whole list? Oh. This must not be how I pull out. Okay, I'm going to try to do this with standard strings instead. Would this have been easy in Python, Jay?
No, it wouldn't. Well, probably, but not. I should say with my Python knowledge, no.
All right, so I'm gonna turn list into a standard string. You know what? No, yeah, list will be a list of standard strings. And we're going to see if this even compiles. God. Okay. Okay. So I have a standard string. Now I need to pull out individual characters of a standard string. I'm Googling on my other window in case. So I can use substring.
Oh my god. I'm looking ahead of the next challenge, and I feel like it's going to take me a while.
Okay, well, hopefully I can finish at least this part of this one, and then you can go. So we are an hour and a half in. Even simple stuff is always harder on stream. Yeah, man, that is truth. The first time I did one of these, I had like I had done the project already, and I had it on a second computer next to me. Okay, so I have my stupid standard string, and let's see if I can print. I don't know, can you print individual characters from a standard string? How does substring work? Okay. Okay, so substring is easy enough to use. So I can say if list, what did I call it? List dot substring, and then I want to say the position of the thing, which is I, and I want to take only one character in length. If that's equal to 1, then I increase n1. Otherwise, I don't. Oh, there's no substr. And that's because I want the jth element of that list. Out of range. All right, we're gonna try to just print out my list. Ah! God, for the love of everything. Compile, run. Oh, okay. So that's the problem. No, I don't know what the problem is. Exit. Okay. The problem is n was too big. I guess because my do loop is not structured correctly. Okay, maybe that fixes it. Okay. They got 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, so that worked. So now I need to create a binary number that is that number. And what are the two numbers called? They're gamma, and what's the other one?
Epsilon.
Okay, so then if the number is 1, then n gamma plus equals, the first digit should be 2 to the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be 4 minus I. $22. Boom. And then else, epsilon. Wow, that was probably really loud. That was my microphone falling over. Hey, everybody, tell your friends. I'm actually going to solve this one now, I think. And was 9 correct? Was 9, and I want their product, right?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, now I have to make my spacing pretty. $198. Okay. Now I would like to get my puzzle input. Yes, I will save. I'll just save it in downloads instead of in add a line. Hold on to your butts. 108. Can that be right? Oh, no, it's not, because the input had more than 5 digits. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 digits. General purpose code here. Is it less than 2 billion? Yes. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Okay, should I try to do part 2, or should I let you do the next one?
Let's look at part 2, just
for fun. Man, that's a lot of words.
it is a lot of words.
Okay, I should verify the life support rating. I need to get an oxygen generator rating and a CO2 scrubber rating. They are in my diagnostic report. Similar process, filtering out values. Start with the full list of binary numbers and consider just the first bit. Keep only numbers selected by the bit criteria for the type of rating value for which you are searching. I don't understand. Both values relocate similar process before searching consider just the first bit of those numbers. Keep only numbers selected by the bit criteria for the type of rating. Oh, the bit criteria is not given yet. That's why I don't understand. If I only have one number left, stop. This is the rating value. The bit criteria, this is super complicated. Is the one you're looking at super complicated? The next one?
No. Is that what yes, but not. I think it's less complicated than this. Yeah, let's skip to day 4. You can keep thinking about that.
Oh, thank God.
What makes day 4 complicated is that it deals with bingo.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, now I have to mess with the screen size again.
So, in a nutshell, you find yourself very deep in the ocean and there's a giant squid attached to the submarine. And you think maybe it wants to play bingo. So, evidently your submarine has some bingo protocol where it generates a bunch of bingo boards and randomly chooses numbers. And the goal here is to identify the first winning bingo board given a set of randomly chosen numbers. So that's the first thing. You want to identify the winning board, but then score that winning board by finding the sum of all of the unmarked numbers on that board. So as an example, okay, so there's the first winning board is this one right here.
Okay.
Okay. And so then the unmarked numbers are 10, 16, 15, 19, 18, 8, 26, 20, 22, 13, 6, 12, 3. And the sum of all those numbers evidently is
24. What? No. What? 188.
188, I think.
Yeah.
And then multiply by the number that was just called when the board won, so 24. So you multiply those two numbers together to get 4,512. Okay. So it's a little complicated. I think what I want to do, because I know that it should be easy to sum up the values in this array. So I'll treat each of these bingo boards like an array, and it should be easy to sum up the numbers in the array. So I think what I want to do is when I choose a number on a board, I think I want to set it to 0. But then
number is I'm sorry, 0 is a possible number.
Yes.
Is that?
Oh, that's a problem. 0 is a possible number.
What does the input look like?
The input looks like this. Where'd it go? Here's
okay, so the list of called numbers is at the top.
List of called numbers is at the top. And then here's all the bingo boards.
I don't know, maybe read in the list of called numbers, and then can you read in each array one at a time? Each board one at a time, check the board, and then move on to the next one.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Let's see. Okay, So I've already started reading in these arrays. I stored the called numbers to challenge for bingo.txt, and I saved all the bingo boards to challenge for boards.txt. So here I'm reading in the bingo numbers into bingo and the boards into boards.
So then is boards... Oh, you have to call reshape to make them the right shape. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
right.
what's the 100? You know that there's 100 entries?
Yeah, I figured out that there's 100 entries from... how did I figure out there's 100 entries? So
Counting.
when I read them in, the row, yeah, there was 500 rows.
So I would just loop through your 100 entries and brute force.
Yeah.
You can make a new array of zeros of integers and set that new array to 1 if a position is marked, and then check the sum of rows and columns, and if any of those sums is 5.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Okay. So I like that idea. Let me just
do something completely different.
I'll do bingo score board equals np.copy bingo boards. So now I should have 2 arrays that have the bingo boards. Yeah. Bingo scoreboards is not defined. Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, you say loop through for I in range 0, 100. I think that there's got to be a way. Here's the other thing I wanted to look for. Okay, search numpy array for value. Ooh. Oh, look at this.
So what if it's a 2D array? What does it return?
That's a good question. Let's figure it out. Let's find out. So let me do bingo.
Oh, you could probably just do like check the row or the column. I don't know. Could you? Yeah.
See one over here. Okay. Oh, stop printing this whole thing. Come on.
Ha.
Great.
It's in array 0.
Let's do print bingo boards 0.
Bing boards.
Bing boards. Okay. How about 57? 3, 1. And then if I do print bingo boards X, what's going to happen? Is this going to do what I want? Not really. that. 0. 57. That's a little annoying though, right?
What?
Can I just pass it X? No. Sorry, while I play with this for several more minutes. That won't work. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So all right, here's a start. For Bing in range, for Bing and Bingo. Oak, NP where, Bingo boards. 0, 100.
So for anyone just joining us, I'm Eugene DePrince. I'm a chemistry professor at Florida State University. This is Supercoding Fun Time. We're doing some Advent of Code puzzles here, and my guest, Professor Jay Foley from William Patterson University, is struggling through day 3. We had to skip day 4? What are we on?
Day 4, yeah.
But we skipped part of day 3.
Yes, we did.
Because we're cowards.
Loc 0, Loc 1. Equals 0.
So, Jay, do you ever do anything not in Python? Even for quantum chemistry?
I do sometimes do things in C, but old C, not C++.
Yeah, I do some hybrid of C and C++.
Yeah. But yeah, at this point, I've done so much in Python recently that I'm pretty comfortable going to it.
I think for trying to do something quickly, it's good.
Okay. Let's just see what happens here.
I think if you had brute forced it, you'd be done by now. I'm sorry, what are you trying to do here? You're printing board 0.
Yeah.
And then that looks like 3 arrays though. Why are there 3 arrays being printed? Oh, you were okay.
It looks like also all of these are winning at some point.
Your scores are all 0? I don't understand.
Yeah, I know. Let's do it like this. Range 0, 20.
Wait a second. Where you're setting bingo scorecard, I Loc 0, Loc 1. Do you mean to set that to 1? Or are you meaning to set it to 0?
I mean to set it to 0 because I'm gonna I want to be able to sum over these things. I want to be able to sum over the non-selected elements.
You have your 2 loops are both over I.
Oh gosh. Thanks. Okay.
Where was chat on that one? Come on, guys. Or girls. Did that help?
Maybe.
So I think you should initialize the scoreboard to 0, not as a copy of.
But so the thing is though, like I don't agree because the sum goes over the unselected numbers.
Okay, well 0 is a allowed value, so you should set the number to -1 or something like that. That's not set it to some not allowed value.
But hold on.
How are you going to know if a row is filled if it's all zeros when 0 wasn't a number that was called?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Do you guys have a garden?
We don't. Oh, but okay. Okay, fine. It's -1. We'll do it live.
Is that Bill O'Reilly?
Yeah. Am I gonna get canceled?
Or I will. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So that's cool. I start setting those things to -1. Now, how am I gonna figure out?
So then I think you just loop through I from 0 to 100 and check the sums of rows and columns. And if any of them are -5, you stop. You're done.
Yeah. Okay.
Or diagonals. Does a diagonal count?
Diagonal does not count. Okay. So this is something I want to do. Okay. So after I have turned something into -1s, then I'm gonna do try row.
No, you can't do it yet because at that point you haven't actually checked all the numbers yet. So you should let it go through your loop over all I and all j and then start trying sums.
Well, I actually want to do this because if I go through all of the drawn numbers, I'm gonna multiple boards are gonna win. And I really want to find the first.
But you're looping from I is 0 to 100, so you're going to start from 0. The chat has a great suggestion, by the way. Hypotenuse Now, which is a great name, says you can do NP zeros for the size of the thing, which is something I agree with, and then use NP arg anywhere. I didn't know about that one, to loop through and mark the numbers on this check array.
Oh.
If they have a sum of 5, then they win. And then the only thing is you'd have to go back and check the unmarked numbers on the other board, but you have the board of zeros and ones that corresponds to the marked version of the board you're working on.
Okay.
Do it.
I see that.
The chat wants you to do it, Jay.
Let's do it. Okay. Bingo.
Just shut your eyes and the chat can tell you what to type.
Is that like a Star Wars joke?
No. I think there was a Super Mario Brothers speedrunner. I don't know any of these very famous people's names, but one of them did a Mario run where all of his inputs were taken from the chat. to like jump, move to the left.
So
You find this interesting, I can.
so chat, why hardware and not where? Hypotenuse now. What's different about using hardware? I'm gonna look it up. Oh, okay.
So what's the difference, Jay? Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Uh, so I can do conditionals. Oh, I can probably do conditionals for where too, though. No, I don't know yet.
If you are comfortable using where instead of argware, just use where.
I'm gonna use where.
But yeah, I agree about scoring the board as a bunch of zeros and ones.
Equals 1 and np dot try row, np dot sum, bingo, mark board, j comma.
But you might pick out the wrong board, the way you have these loops structured. So say you've gone through all but say board number 1 is missing one number, and you go through and find that board number 100 is done, but you're only on I equals 10, and on I equals 11, board number 1 would be done. You have to wait until your loop over your bingo cards, your bingo choices is done.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I need another.
I would just let the first 2 loops do their thing, and then start a loop over J that's not indented at all.
No, I have to. Otherwise, I'm gonna zero out, or I'm gonna mark multiple boards if I do.
It doesn't matter, because you're gonna mark all the boards, and then you're gonna go through the list from the beginning and see which is the first one that's done.
How can if I've already marked all of them, how can I find the first one that was done?
Because you start at 0. Oh, it's supposed to be done. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
All right.
Everybody in the Twitch universe, I'm an idiot. You're right.
Okay.
So you could have done it exactly where you wanted it. I'm sorry.
That is okay.
How embarrassing.
So I think. Oh geez, for k in range 0, 5. Try row equals np dot sum. Bingo, mark board, j. I hope this works. I'm gonna do something. Just to test this thing out. So if I have test equals zeros, 5, test.
Are your students taking the week off, or are you making them work this week?
Everybody is taking several weeks off, actually. Yeah, everybody's taking off until 10th of January. How about yours?
I mean, I tell them that the university is closed, so they don't have to work. But I also told them I could meet with them this week at our normal meeting times if they wanted. And then I ended up having to tell basically everyone I couldn't meet. As my family's in town. I should have just told them to take time off.
Ah, yes. How's your sister's in town?
Yes.
Okay. I think this is what I want to do. Yeah. So I'll sum over. Yeah. Okay. Good. 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 And how long is she in town?
She's leaving on Friday.
Is this Anne or
Elizabeth? Wow. Good memory.
Try row equals NP sum. Try all equals NP dot sum.
So, Jay, do you want to tell us about what you do for your research while you're trying to type through all this stuff?
I sure do. I do. So we're really interested in light matter interactions and using computers to simulate what happens when light interacts with nanoscale materials or molecules or both. And we also are really interested in how to use interesting light matter interactions for energy applications. What do I want to do if this is... I guess I want to exit the loop. That's what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
How do I kill it? Exit... Python.
Probably break.
Break. Yes. Awesome. I think I just wanted to say break. Break. Cool. Let's do this. If try row equals 5, winner equals J. Break. If try equals 5, elif equals 5.
So I'm not a Python person. What's the scope on winner? Is it going to exist outside of the loop over K?
Yeah, I think it will exist on the loop over K, because I don't think that there's like I think that's true. I don't think that there's like local variable protection like there is in C. Okay. And let's go ahead and bingo. And print. We have a winner. Print. Yeah. Oh, nice. We have multiple winners. It's not breaking. What the?
Well, it broke K, but then it kept going to the other boards.
Yes. Oh.
So you need a bool like
Yeah.
have winner is false, and then set it to true. And then break in the loop over J as well.
This. It's got to be a better way.
It's perfect. It doesn't matter about better way.
We have a winner. Nice. Okay, great. And now let's see if I can actually, let's see. So if I do bingo. Let's try bingo mark board J, comma. And bingo board J, comma. Print these two things. Nice. That doesn't look like. Oh. I don't see a winner here.
I don't see a winner there. Oh, wait, go back. Go up. You need to put the... So what happens... Okay, so when you break in K and you've set have winner equals true, it goes to the next J and then it breaks. Is J different?
Yeah.
So you put the break... Oh, okay, that works.
That works. Look at that. Dope. And then I just need to figure, what am I calling this thing? Bingo boards.
Dope indeed.
Okay.
So what's going on? Now you need to loop through and sum all the ones where you have zeros.
Yeah. You know what I could have done if I switched the original ones to negative ones, then I could have summed up everything and then just added. No, I don't want to do that.
It doesn't have to be the most elegant solution.
No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's see. Can I, if I multiply these two things, I'm going to have exactly the wrong. I have an idea. Okay, we're almost there. So,
No, we're not. We're only on day 4. What was the first programming language you learned?
Perl.
Me too.
Yeah.
When did you learn Perl?
I learned it in like 2005, which was like junior.
Was it as part of a class?
No, I just learned it in the research group that I was in.
Why was a research group using Perl?
So because they did a lot of so I was working in Rigoberto's group, and so there was like a lot of MD trajectory analysis and a lot of like bioinformatics kind of stuff happening. Yes.
Hypotenuse Now has more comments.
That's exactly what I'm thinking to do, Hypotenuse Now. Thank you.
So are you going to switch it?
Yes. Awesome. Okay, 668, and then I just need to know the last number that was called. I think it was. Oh, I printed it out. Oh, look at me.
66?
Yeah. Oh my God.
No way.
Let's see.
Hey! Good job,
was-
Jay. Good job, Hypotenuse Now.
Yes, thank you.
Speckled Demon. Advisor didn't know Python, only Perl. We made fun of him and forced him to learn. Yeah.
Ooh, out your advisor. Who was your advisor?
We won't tell. Or maybe we will.
Oh, that was.
I learned Perl in a class. And literally all I remember from it is print 007 makes the computer beep.
That's pretty cool. I learned Python in a class actually, but I didn't really retain much of it. But yeah, I started taking computer science for engineers, which was taught in MATLAB, and I dropped it because I didn't. I mean, MATLAB was expensive, so I didn't buy the license. I think there was like $100 student license we were supposed to buy. So because I didn't buy the license, I never practiced it. So then I didn't do very well in the class. So I dropped it. And then I took the computer science for computer science majors, which was in Python. And that was free. So I did practice it and I did fine.
Cool. I never learned MATLAB. I learned some Maple in graduate school.
Yeah.
Jay and I went to the same graduate school and had the same advisor, and he was a big fan of Maple.
He loves Maple, yeah. All right, so let's look at part 2 and see how hard this is.
Hold on, I messed up your window. We can't actually read it.
So on the other hand, it might be wise to try a different strategy. Let the giant squid win.
Hold on, I agree, Speckled Demon. Puke.
Yes.
Okay, let the giant squid win.
Just kidding. Let the giant squid win. You weren't sure how many bingo boards a giant squid could play at once, so rather than waste time counting its arms, the safe thing to do is to figure out which board will win last. Choose that one. That way, no matter which board it picks, it will win for sure. And the above example, the second board is the last to win, which happens after 13, is eventually called, and its middle column is completely unmarked. If you were to keep playing until this point, the second board would have a sum of unmarked numbers equal to 148, or a final score of 148 times 13.
I feel like that's not that much of a... This isn't going to require much modification to your code.
Gosh, I hope not. Let's think.
You just want the one that's going to win last, so
Yeah.
keep scoring and keep track of which Jay... keep track of what winner is. Oh, and you know what? Before, when you tried to use J, you should have used winner. Then you wouldn't have to do J minus 1.
Oh yeah. That was the whole reason I stored winner.
So now get rid of get rid of the breaks, and then whatever last winner you have is the right winner. Well, I think you only need the... No, leave those breaks. Get rid of the one in the loop over J.
Yeah. have a winner.
Wait, now...
Oh, I don't think so. I think...
Now you have to keep track of which ones had already won. Can you make a list of already won and skip them if they've already won?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're saying. Hypotenuse now recognizes we can't double count.
Yeah. Okay, I think what I want to do is I just want to like make a list.
Has one.
Has one equals doop.
Wait, but now you're going to have to... every time, you're going to have to check that entire list.
Yeah.
I would make a list of bools or zeros and tick them to 1 every time it's marked as a winner. Oh. I think that's a great suggestion. Are all boards going to win? Is the only...
Yeah, I think all boards are going to win, but some boards are going to win multiple times. So I think the other thing I want to do...
I mean, he has a good suggestion. You just need to count how many boards are winning. I'm sorry, they have a good suggestion. Count how many boards are winning. Once you've counted the 100th board, that's the one.
Yeah, but let's say that board 1 wins twice in the first.
So I would make a list of zeros.
Yeah.
And every time you loop over J, you say if has one J equals 1, skip it. Because it's already 1.
I think so. Okay. Yes. And then that's the thing I want to take the sum of, right? So I'll do, okay, winner list equals np.zeros, 100. Winner list J equals 1. Oops.
Well, and now in the loop over J, you need to just check if you've already won or not.
I don't need to do that. Forget it. If
Oh my gosh, you're not just going to copy it?
Do I need these half winner things? No, I don't.
You got a lot of final winners.
A lot of final winners. Our final winner is 9.
I don't think we're going to get through all 22 puzzles.
I agree. Yes, there's like a lot of repeat winners, I think. Ooh.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, once they won, every time you draw something, they're going to be a winner again. Oh yeah, so you'll have a lot of final winners. So you just want the first one.
Yes. Okay. So
Done.
down here.
Oh, okay. Hypotenuse now says, what made you decide to go chemistry instead of other coding-related fields? Jay, would you like to field that question first? That's a great question.
So, I think chemistry just has such interesting problems. I really like thinking about molecules and what is going on here?
What happened? What happened? So board 9
Yeah.
was the last one to win. Oh, so after it won, you kept drawing more numbers.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
So you need the...
I do need that break.
Yeah.
I need to break all of this stuff. Okay.
Okay, Jay's busy. I'll answer the question now. I kind of agree with Jay that the problems in chemistry are really interesting and difficult. And there's like a wide range of different... The problems are all very different, so you can solve some. Sometimes we have to write GPU code. Sometimes you just need to write Python scripts to parse something. Sometimes you have to worry about developing high-performance computing applications. There's a lot of breadth to the coding challenges. And I don't know, my whole career trajectory, I kind of just fell forward into different opportunities. I didn't really have a plan to anything. I don't know if you feel the same way, Jay. Did you always know you wanted to be a professor?
I did. Yeah. Well, no, not always, but for a long time, yeah, that was kind of my goal for a long time. And I think now the big reason for that is, Ken, when Ken gave a seminar at William Patterson, someone asked him why he is a professor and doesn't work in industry or something like that. And he basically said something like, he's really in love with his own ideas. And I agree with that in a certain way. I think I'm really in love with autonomy.
No, I agree with you. So we have the freedom to hyper focus on the problem that we're really interested in rather than necessarily being told what problem to work on.
Yeah. That's really nice for me.
I guess I'll also add, when my wife is also a chemist, We're both faculty at FSU. And when we were both looking for jobs at the same time, she actually got a job offer way before me. And so I was convinced that I wasn't going to do chemistry anymore. So I had applied to software jobs. I didn't get any of them. But then it turned out that FSU hired both of us. So that worked out.
Yeah, I have often thought.
I'm loving your printing here. This is great.
I know, it's great, isn't it? I have often thought, yeah, if I was going to do something. Oh,
263. Is that the right answer?
oh my gosh, I sure hope so. Let's try 263 times 90.
I think this still took you less than 53 minutes. Oh my god, it feels so good.
It does.
Well done, Jay.
Yeah, on the topic of like, let's say that, well, I did get tenure, so that at least seemed to work out. But if I didn't, I have always thought like, well, what would I do? And I don't really know what I would do, but I have the answer that I have kind of like fantasized about would be that rather than getting like another job in chemistry, like in industry or something, I would just like open a coffee shop and a bakery, maybe like a coffee shop that had like craft beer.
Those margins are probably super thin, Jay.
Yeah, I know, but again, it's sort of being in love with autonomy.
Yeah. Let's open a brewery, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm sure it's, but yeah, I don't know.
My wife interviewed at this place called Middlebury College in Vermont, and she didn't get the job there, but she really liked the place, and so we were kind of hoping that she would get an offer. But there was literally nothing for me to do there, and I was convinced that I was going to buy a food truck and I was going to sell Italian beef because there was no way there was good Italian beef in Middlebury, Vermont. I could corner the market. It would be great.
Oh my God, that would be an amazing venture.
It's not too late, Jay.
Italian beef is.
What?
I'm asking our audience if they know what Italian beef is.
Italian beef is delightful. It's super thin shaved beef, and it's in this salty, delicious juice, and you get it on a sandwich. And there's good Italian beef in Chicago. I don't know where else you can get good Italian beef, but you can get it in Chicago. And you get it with peppers and delicious stuff like that. And you have to ask, the secret thing to ask for is to ask for it dipped or juicy. And they dunk the entire sandwich in the delicious broth. Oh, it's so good. The last time I went to Argonne, I drove an hour each way to go to Johnny's Beef.
So
totally
when
worth it.
I first started working at Argonne.
Argonne is a Department of Energy laboratory outside of Chicago. If anybody cares from the chat.
Where we're both, Eugene and I did postdocs at different times for the same person. My first like 3 or so months as a postdoc at Argonne, I was living in a town called Westmont, and I was like half a mile from a Johnny's location. And then it closed.
You didn't go there often enough.
I know. Oh, there were so many good places over there. There was a really good Szechuan place too. Oh man, that place was awesome.
I miss the food in Chicago.
Me too. Me too. New Jersey food is pretty good, but it's not Chicago. I'm having a lot of network errors. I keep getting like kind of dumped out of Twitch.
I have to keep refreshing mine too. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
Okay, do you want to do another one, or are you spent?
If you're going to do another one, I will comment.
Okay. I need to adjust this stupid window again. You know, I had this all working perfectly, but someone doesn't know how to share their screen in Discord.
I know.
This is really annoying.
We've got 10 followers right now, despite this crummy...
Yeah.
internet.
Despite how slow we are. Because we're so fun to watch, Jay. That's the key. Good conversation. Okay. I didn't finish the second part of this one. Do you want to try to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, it's going to be so complicated. Okay. So this was day 3, the second half of day 3. I have these binary things. This is going to be so complicated.
I stop sharing my screen if it will help my network issue over here.
Okay, yeah, actually, I might go ahead and close my Google Meet thing. Because I doubt we'll do another one, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think I might have accidentally closed it already. So that's perfect. Nope, there it is. I still see you. Hey, Jay. Okay.
Oh yeah, I can close Google Meet too, right?
I exited, so it's fine on my end. Okay, so nobody in the chat cares about Italian beef, we've learned. Which is sad, because it is delicious.
It's super delicious.
Johnny sells a combo where you get Italian beef and Italian sausage. So good.
And they also have Italian ice.
And it's so smooth. It's almost like, I don't know, it's not like ice cream, but... Okay. So part 2. I should verify the life support rating. I have an oxygen generator rating and a CO2 scrubber rating. The problem with this before was I didn't even understand what this was asking me to do. Maybe I can understand it now. Oxygen generator rating and the CO2 scrubber rating are values that can be found in the report. That's that list of binary numbers. Finding them is the tricky part, of course. Both values are located using a similar process that involves filtering out values until only one remains. Before searching for either rating value, you start with the full list and consider just the first bit. Keep only numbers that meet the criteria that's listed here. If I have one number left, stop. This is the rating value. Otherwise, repeat. If I only have one number left. Otherwise, so... Okay, whatever. This will make sense eventually, I guess. The bit criteria depends on which type of rating value you want to find. Oxygen generator rating. Keep the most common value, 0 or 1, in the current bit position. I think that's what we did in the first time, right? Well, we determined what the most common value was. And keep only numbers with that bit in that position. So I need to go through and determine which is the most common number, and then toss the strings that don't have that in that position. Am I reading that the same way as you?
I honestly wish I could answer you, but I cannot see your screen. And I
Okay.
don't know what's going on with my Twitch. Sorry, I've been watching the Twitch, and it's like minutes behind where we are right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really crazy. Is anyone even watching it anymore? This is so weird.
It looks like we have 8. Yeah, no, I'm very confused.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe open up Advent of Code directly and look at it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just talking to ourselves now because we can't interact with the chat anymore. That's fun.
But I also can't see the second part of day 3. That's it.
Okay. So this is not going to work at all.
No.
All right, let me read through this and see if I think this is even possible to do in 30 minutes. To find I did that one. Find the CO2 scrubber. Wait, no, I didn't finish reading that. Oxygen generator rating. Determine the most most common value, 0 or 1. Keep only numbers with that. If they're equally common, keep values with a 1. Determine least common value for the CO2 scrubber rating, and keep only that one. Okay? To determine the oxygen generator rating, using the same example diagnostic report from above, start with all 12 numbers and consider only the first bit of each number. There are more ones, so keep only the 7 numbers with the 1. Okay.
A Speckled Lemon says Italian beef sounds good to me.
Well, I'm talking to a ghost from the past. It is amazing. Okay, you talk to the people who are living 10 minutes behind us, and I will talk to myself. Okay.
What are you drinking, Eugene?
This is a Sierra Nevada. It's green, so you can see through me. Torpedo Extra IPA. It was on sale.
Awesome.
What about you? What were you having? You had some wine.
I was having some wine. It was called Teeter Totter. It was a nice bottle. Jessica brought it home. We spent a lot, way too much money on beef this week. We have a lot. Not Italian beef. We bought, nice Christmas beef.
My parents like to have beef tenderloin for Christmas.
Yeah, beef tenderloin. Nice.
You know what we got one of our kids for her birthday's coming up? We bought, we already talked about this, the swing set.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
It took, Ken Hansen helped me for about, I don't know, 8 hours on one day. And then it took me probably another 8 hours to finish it.
Is this like a wooden swing set?
Yeah, it's got a big fort with a picnic table underneath it and a platform you can stand on. And then there's a rock wall that goes up to that, a slide, a ladder, a rope ladder. You want to help program?
No. I just logged in and it said that you were a minute behind.
Oh, yeah. I don't think we can do anything about that. It's very far behind.
Okay.
Anyway, I think we're basically done. I'm going to tell this story about our swing set, and then we're going to end it because this is way too confusing to do.
Okay, sorry.
I'll come hang out in a minute.
No, it's fine. Goodbye.
And then it has a swing set with 2 swings and like rings you hang on. It was insane putting this thing together. So our backyard's this big hill, and we picked the most level spot for it. And you have to level the thing. And so it wasn't level. And so we had to dig the back corner. We had to dig like 6 inches into the ground to get it level. Jeez. And that was probably the most work. And then it was just like hundreds of screws. It was a lot of screws.
Yeah.
We broke a socket wrench.
Ooh.
It was fun. But I feel like I accomplished something.
Definitely.
All right, I'm not doing this puzzle. It's way too late.
Okay.
Thanks for joining me, Jay.
No problem. This was a lot of fun.
I think it was fun too. This was way more hard than I thought it was going to be.
I'm reasonably okay with the first puzzle I solved, and the second one I'm just embarrassed with how hacky that was. But it worked.
I think for these things, the point is just get the answer so you can move on to the next one. Let's see, the one that took me 53 minutes. Let's see what the fastest time for that was. Leaderboard. What was that? Was it day 1?
Yeah.
We already looked at that. A minute. Good Lord, a minute.
This person has 70 GitHub repositories and 363 contributions in the last year. I want to see how many. I'm always really proud of how many commits we have.
Let's see.
Am I proud this year?
Whatever.
443. That's reasonable.
I don't even know how to look at my own stuff. Hey everybody, you should check out this package, PDaggerQ. It's awesome. Okay, I think we're done. Thank you to everybody who actually came and stuck with us, because this was painful to watch, I'm sure. I had fun though. I think I'm going to do another one of these in January at some point, and Jay's going to be back actually. I'm putting you on the spot now. To talk about a package that he's put together to model the optical properties of materials for energy applications.
That's right. And I think the plan is to add a little bit of code to it with a unit test.
Can I participate? Can I do a pull request and add something?
Yeah, for sure.
That would be fun.
Yeah. The one I'm going to do, so I'll Slack you the one that, I guess I got to add you as a, no, you can pull request anything, I guess.
Yeah, it's
right?
it's public, right?
It's public, yeah. So the one that we're developing right now has a dummy name, WP Spec Dev. But this is the one that is under active development at this point. And
Is there an underscore?
There's not. Here, I'm going to just send you the...
Oh, Foley Lab. Python package for modeling light matter interactions. Everybody should check out Foley Lab on GitHub. It's where the real action is.
Mm-hmm.
What type of license do you typically use?
We use
LGPL.
LGPL 3.
Why do you use LGPL?
Because I want to force everybody to keep their derivatives open source.
That's fair.
That's why.
So I have this one I mentioned, PDaggerQ, and it's Apache, and I would never have picked something as open as that. But it was this collaboration with Nick Rubin, and he works at Google, and I guess Google likes Apache. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. That's where it's because you can
because they can just take it
and then put it into like a closed source thing, right?
And yeah, and when I was trying to decide which what license, if I was okay with this, and I guess I am, I don't really care. I learned once you pick a license, if you change the license, it doesn't really matter because anybody can use the version of your code that you had licensed. I could make a more restrictive license, but everything up to that version is still under Apache.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you go to WP Spec Dev, you can see one of the buttons.
Oops.
Or one of the badges we have. Oh yeah, I see Apache too.
I can't. Oh, I gotta look everywhere. Everywhere. All GitHub. How did I spell it wrong? There we go. One of the patches is what?
One of the badges that we have is this CI or whatever.
CI
I think that's a really fun thing.
Maybe you could teach a little bit about that because that's something that I don't use as much as I should.
That's my plan.
That's
exactly
great.
the plan.
This is really great.
I learned about it from Jessica Nash in a Wolsey workshop that she did for my group. And I will remind myself exactly how you set it up. But once it's set up, it's super easy to use. And it's not so hard to set up.
Cool. So anybody watching, next month, Jay will be back and we can learn about continuous integration for GitHub projects.
And the big selling point that I'll give to it. So number one, you see there's a check mark at the top. And number two, you see CI passing. And number three, anytime you submit a pull request. And actually, I think there's an open pull request. Maybe you can scroll up and go to the pull request.
Ooh, sorry, that one doesn't pass. 0 of 9.
Oh, the pull request isn't passing?
Well, there's 3 of them. There's 4 of these here. One of them has a check, and the other...
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yes. The most recent pull request added tests for compute spectrum gradient, which are passing. So when you submit these pull requests, it automatically triggers these unit tests. and they run on like, I guess they run on GitHub's cloud servers, but they basically have like 3 different versions of Python installed on like Ubuntu, 3 different versions of Python installed on a Mac OS, and 3 different versions of Python installed on a Windows server. And so you get to test your pull request on all 9 of those systems basically, and they just go down go down the line, and you see that they pass or fail. And it's a really adds this element of suspense every time you submit a pull request. You need to wait for it to pass. We have it integrated with our Slack channel, so we also see in real time the unit test passing show up on our Slack.
And so you do like a celebrate emoji every time one passes.
Mm-hmm. You could if you wanted.
Cool. That would be a lot of fun. So that sounds exciting.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool.
Okay. Well, I guess we can nail down a date for that over the next few weeks, and I'll advertise it on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on tonight. This was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody.